reason why I need 15 gears. 6 gears is fine.
Yeah, but you're not keeping up with the traffic on the cycle. Like, you've got, as a motorist, you've got a responsibility to keep the flow of the traffic.
But they wouldn't make it, this is my point, they wouldn't make a car based upon an engine that can't go as fast as a normal car.
But it's an old car, and cars today are a lot faster and a lot more economical than the old Minis were.
Economical, yes, I can agree with that. But in terms of power, in terms of getting to where you need to go to, there's nothing wrong.
But it's not about everyday use. It's about the off chance where you need to overtake a tractor. How many times have you been stuck behind? You're going to be stuck behind a tractor, and you're not going to have that power to pull out, and you're going to be the cause of that traffic.
Of course, you're going to have the power to overtake a tractor.
Not with an 900cc engine, you know. You probably lose the tractor with that little thing.
But if you're waiting behind the tractor in the first place, then therefore you should have enough power to go overtake it because you're waiting behind that tractor.
Well, you got enough speed to keep up with it. But whether you've got the use the torque to take it back and get by it.
I don't know. I mean, this is all an argument of hindsight, but I reckon I could overtake that tractor because it's a tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tractors are extremely powerful.
Yeah, he wouldn't be trying to overtake me.
Well, he'll be in front.
Huh?
He'll be the one in front, because they just always are. Because tractors don't get stuck behind anyone unless you've got an 800cc Mini.
Exactly. So therefore, the tractor. If I can't overtake that tractor, therefore the tractor would be behind me.
Yeah, but now you're on about having a race. You're competing with this tractor. It should be something you just do, because you just overtake tractors. That's just what you do. And having a car that can't do that is dangerous. If you can't keep the flow of traffic, then...
Would it go through the tax? Would I be able to get through the tax?
No. It depends what year the Mini is.
Could my car with that engine get taxed on the road?
Depends on the year, the car.
Well, fine. I don't know.
Well, give me the year of the car.
2002.
The Mini.
I didn't want to say that because I didn't know, but whatever you...
Yes, you would get taxed. You would get taxed.
Exactly, thank you. So therefore it's roadworthy.
Not necessarily. What's tax got to do with whether it's roadworthy?
I thought if you get a tax on it, it means you can drive it legally.
I mean, well, yeah, I suppose, but it doesn't mean it's worthy for the road. My car's taxed and it's a living peril.
To your own opinion, but in terms of a police officer, he's not going to stop you.
Not necessarily. Not taxed with that MOT.
Okay, MOT then. Will it pass an MOT?
You tell me, you haven't looked at the car. Have you looked at the car? No, you haven't. So
I haven't.
that's no. You don't know any of the work.
But my theory is, if they make an engine for a car, it's downright going to work on a bloody road, because that's what it's built for.
Yeah, all them years ago when Minis were first designed, now it's whether or not it's going to keep up with modern day traffic.
But people have cars from way older than the Mini.
Yeah.
My mother's Ford, that she had for donkey's years, you know, she was still working on that, and she could overtake tractors.
Yeah, but Minis were first designed in, what, the 19...
Oh, I'm not talking about a classic Mini, but like a Mini that, you know, a modern Mini.
You're talking about new Mini now?
New Mini, yeah.
Oh, that'd be able to overtake a tractor. They're easy.
Oh, good, yeah.
They got big engines. 1.6, I think. Yeah, fast cars they are. Good
What
cars.
engine have you got?
In my old Mini, 1000cc, that's it. So
Okay. And could you overtake tractors? I mean, how often do you see tractors anyway? You wouldn't need to overtake. And whenever you see a tractor, there's never any traffic on the other side because hence it's a country road. It's not very busy. That's the whole point of why they're on there in the first place.
That's a bit of it. I wouldn't say that. Where I live is a rural area, but it leads onto the A453, which is an extremely busy road, and you always get traffic on there. So you will be in that situation where you will have to overtake a tractor, and whether or not you'll be able to do it is a different story.
So what car could you get away with for that then? What car could you
What?
get for an engine? Yes, you can overtake tractors if you wish,
Pretty much.
but it's the worst engine you can possibly get. What engine can you get away with?
Well, it depends if you talk about a modern engine or an old engine, or even a European or an American engine. Because American cars are the big thirsty cars and they're really underpowered. But you get modern cars now that are the Ford have bought out the new engine, which is 1000 cc, but it's a fast little engine because obviously it's designed. It's a modern design, so it's not really efficient. So that's a really broad question. I don't think I can answer it.
See, I'm going to tell you the fact right now. I can't drive.
Okay.
I can't drive. I've never driven a car in my life.
So why are you looking at getting a car?
Because everyone needs a car. Everyone's going to eventually need a car in their life, aren't they?
Do you think that's a really horrible statistic that everyone... Because a car... Everyone now thinks that cars are right,
Yeah.
but it's not. A car's a privilege. Running and owning a car is really expensive.
Which is exactly why I haven't had a car. I could not afford a car on my
So
own.
what's changed in your circumstances now?
I'm getting older now. Sorry, what's your name?
John.
John. I'm getting older now, John. And I'm starting to think, I'm a Donald, by the way. And I'm starting to think, I'm going to have to start driving. You know, I've got to push myself to learn. And if I have that car, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to get annoyed that it's not being used. And I will try and learn. And yeah, it may take me 2 years, 3 years, because I've got to learn to drive. But by having that car, I can at least practice and not have to pay the extortion. Why is it so extortionate to learn how to drive? People say it's not a luxury anymore, like you were saying. But how the hell can people afford it?
I don't agree with you. It's absolute rip-off. It's a joke. Everything to do with motoring now is an absolute joke. Tax, price of fuel, price of insurance, it's always going up. Everything. So I think you picked a really bad time to start learning to drive. So.
But when is a good time though, John? When can I start to learn?
I don't think you can.
See, that's the story of my life though, John. I've been doing this, putting it off since I was 16.
And you've gotten away with it so far, so why do you...
I have gotten away with it, but the thing is, I can't even honestly look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what? Look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what, Donald? Of course, that's my brother's name, sorry. I always get myself confused sometimes. Because you never actually say your
always
name
got
like
this
that.
plonk who always calls me Jamie. It doesn't matter.
I've lost my train of thought, John. What was I saying?
I don't know. I don't know, Donald. What are you on about? You're talking about learning to drive and whether or not you need to.
Yeah. So, you say I'm 21, but I generally can't look at myself in the mirror and say, Donald, you're losing money not learning to drive. Spending all this money on trains and buses when you need it, not all the time like you would do with a car, whether you're using it or not.
Yeah, good point.
There's nothing that tells me, Eddie, Donald, you are spending too much money and just buy a bloody car, learn to drive, tax it every year, and then you'll save money and time in the long run.
I don't know if it will save money. You just really got to sit down. You just got to count, add up what everything costs. How much do you spend a year on train tickets, on bus tickets?
Well, I've got a rail card, and I never tend to really pay over. I have sort of a limit.
Right.
I don't really like to pay anything over £20 for a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. Just because I just don't think it's worth 40 quid to get to fucking Sunderland.
Right.
There's other means and methods.
How much petrol do you think would cost for you to get to it?
I don't know.
You don't know whether or not you save them
I
money
don't
or not.
know. I don't know indeed.
That's why I'm saying it might not be worth it. It might be just cheaper to get, I mean, you've always got to worry about taxing the car. That's, what, 150 quid?
Already? 150 quid for
Yeah,
nothing?
and what would that be? That's 7 trips, 7.5 trips or something that could have got you, and you've just used